Hello and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your daily reading for the 28th of April. Yeah, I was in like a bit of a weird time warp yesterday. I know the reading was for the 27th and I kept thinking this is the reading for the 28th. And I was like, oh, what day am I in? So I kept losing track of the days. So there might be some sort of weird blurring of time thing happening. I was just tuning in because I just keep getting this sense of Pluto. As I said, Pluto's slowing down, starting to feel that. And the thing with starting to like get more powerful, the energy, and Pluto in its energy in itself is already pretty intense, and it can take you into places that feels like unsafe emotional territory. So it kind of just feels like there's some sort of deep, subtle kind of drawing down that's coming in, or a sense of that energy is around. It's like this real like low kind of vibe that I'm feeling here from Pluto. And like I said, it affects everybody, being like a really large not large, but it's an outer planet, or dwarf planet technically. Yeah, it's just, I'm feeling it really strong. And I was like, okay, I want to feel the other planets around, and I feel a little bit of the sun and some other things. But this Pluto kind of frequency is really, really loud when I'm tuning in. So again, we got the Hierophant. That was the same card that came out yesterday. So it almost feels like there's very similar energies around. We've got the Ten of Swords. This is endings happening. The Chariot, the World, another endings, and the King of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. This is the emotional territory that we're going into, the deep emotional territory, that the King of Cups needs to find that emotional safety. So that's kind of where it feels like you're potentially going into interesting ground. And the Queen of Pentacles. So this is very much, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Earth, and the Hierophant. They're both very Taurian and Capricornish kind of energies. So it is, and it's interesting because Pluto is preparing to go back, when it goes retrograde, it will go back into Capricorn in the second half of the year. So it's almost like it's readying to revisit some old ground, some old territory, because we've got a lot of old things here, like the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles, this is where things have reached an ending. The World is the end of the Fool's journey. And the Chariot is in the center there trying to pull all these. It's very Plutonian with the black and white Sphinx. Sorry. The Sage is just suddenly blown right towards me. So very much like trying to pull these energies together and make sense of it. And this is the drive, the emotional drive, the will. It's a Cancerian energy that's got the charioteers moving something forward, but it's got his armor on. So it's like the emotional drive, but a sense of needing to protect yourself. And again, that's the kind of energy I'm getting, is it's like we've got these very stable energies of the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles, but and that Queen of Pentacles, she's a real homebody. She likes to nurture comfort and security and bring stability into your world, very much the divine feminine energy. Oh, all these like beautiful pigeons are just flying around in a flock. I think somebody's got pigeons that lives here, and you can release them and then they come back, and they're like messenger pigeons. Kind of interesting how we had that there's these messages coming to you. Anyway, this is what I'm seeing out here, but you can't see it. Yeah, it's this real sense of, I almost feel like this Queen of Pentacles and Hierophant are like trying to hold the fort and create some stability when there's all these major endings. And it's kind of interesting because the last couple of days we've had the Fool, we've had the Aces, we've had the new beginnings. And this is where we're very much looking at the endings here. So the Ten of Swords is right next to the Hierophant. The Hierophant can be messages from your soul, as we said. But this is like an established order, the way things have always been done, or some sort of hierarchy institution, things you were taught at school. This can be governments. It can be just internal order within your world. And the Queen of Pentacles is like, I'm trying to nurture this stability whilst there's all these really intense things that are finishing, completing, ending, big major cycles that are coming through that are ready to transform. And like I said, it's this sense of, with the Charioteer, trying to focus could actually be a challenge in itself. But this Chariot energy is about, and with the King of Cups, there's Scorpio, Cancer energy here, deep emotions. And these are signs that can take things very personally. And, the Scorpion's got the armor, likes to protect itself. The Crab has its armor, its shell, it likes to go within as well. And the King of Cups, we can see there's all this emotional drama around in the depths of that ocean, but he's managing to find a stable place there. With like this, his throne is kind of like, it's all about trying to find emotional stability and working with your emotions and managing your emotions as these big things, you're being liberated and from these big cycles. And they're kind of, it may be like some of it could be, I thought that had already ended, but no, we're going back and revisiting and just kind of releasing some more. And it's like, how much more do I have to release? So that was kind of that energy I had. I felt like it kind of feels a little bit like these deep rumblings of change and going back over old stuff. But it's very much a sense that this is needing to manage your emotions and find some sort of emotional safe territory through this journey. So very intense energy. The Hierophant also represents marriage. It represents commitments. And with the Ten of Swords next to it, there definitely could have been some kind of ending to a relationship or something that you were, or someone that you were very committed to. And this is part of what is, the World card is an ending as well, but this is about freeing yourself and liberating yourself from that old cycle. The Ten of Swords can feel like betrayal sometimes, or there's some sort of physical thing going on with you where you kind of need to rest more, or you're feeling exhausted. But the darkness is lifting. There is a new dawn. So this is these very deep cycles of birth, death, and rebirth that are happening here. And the Ten of Pentacles is saying that there's kind of a completion energy. Something has been attained. So throughout this cycle, and next to the King of Cups, which is Scorpio energy, this can be the South Node. This can be the past. Something, you've gained something from this cycle. And so there's something really, it's interesting energy. It's so full. Partly it's like intense, the ending, but also it's about understanding what you've gained from the end of that cycle, what you've attained. And so, yeah, there's just a lot. There's very full energy at this moment in time. So that is the reading for April the 28th. Thanks so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. As I mentioned, I love reading your comments and I truly appreciate it. And yeah, I think that anything you can do to kind of nurture your own inner stability and your inner emotional energy, that would actually be a really great way to work with this energy. And if you're interested in the beautiful Patreon community that we're building and growing, lots of amazing content that we've got going on in there. So love it if you check that out. And yeah, take care.